So I started posting my silly little TikTok videos 3 summers ago, and it has changed my life. If you are thinking about being a patient advocate for cancer, for any kind of cancer or lung cancer, that's the one that I know about the most, I would say do it. That there's a reason why that curiosity or want to begin speaking to the camera, like there's a reason for that. I think that God put that in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit. Because 3 summers ago, I was going through life is hard in general, but we had just lost our home in Florida. There was a lot of immigration stuff going on. I was still in school and I was unemployed for that summer because I'm a teacher and I work per contract and virtually. It was just like a list of stuff going on, and I kept telling myself, like, start with where you are. I was so full of shame, but I knew that I had a message and a purpose. If that inkling is in your heart and in your stomach, I would say do it. Start trusting the universe that your voice, your purpose, and your whole being is going to reach somebody in that hospital setting and actually literally help save their life. That was my only intention, right? I was like, okay, let me record myself on the phone, let me experiment and see who this reaches, because I could not find anything or anyone. There was barely any content with lung cancer out there. I know that it has changed the past 3 years, and I love that there are more of us recording and sharing our stories, but there's still not enough, because sadly in the lung cancer world, a lot of us are also dealing with mental health stuff. For example, I didn't post for a while just because I couldn't bring myself in front of the camera, but there's not a lot of us, because a lot of us are also sadly passing away or always figuring out life. I say this in the honor, we lost somebody in the community yesterday, and she was just such a light. And I'm always reflecting on the friends that I lose, and they're always in my heart, and they're the ones that fuel me to keep turning this camera, and to talk. And yeah, I feel like I have met all of them through social media advocacy. And yes, social media is advocacy because it reaches people in a way that's very accessible. Somebody could turn on their phone, and if they need that inspirational message or life-saving message, there's the phone and there's social media. There's so much misinformation out there. What if it's you that's going to be telling the right information to help a fellow lung cancer patient, navigate the system that was not ever built for us? Especially young lung cancer patients. It's rare, but statistics are showing that there's more and more of us each year. As I'm recording this, I think about the hundreds of people that are in the hospitals and their families are worried, sick, not knowing what's going on with their family member, right? Because it's hard to get a diagnosis, even in the United States. So, yeah, that's my message for today, that if you have sorry, I'm coughing, I have a cough. If you have the inspiration, the curiosity, I would say take it as an experiment. List down ways, like what were your symptoms, how did you get diagnosed. You really only have to talk about your story. You don't have to be an quote unquote expert, because your lived experience is enough. Your lived experience will help someone else navigate. The fact that you got a diagnosis, imagine the thousands of people that cannot even get diagnosed, right? Because of access, because of life circumstances. So I think the only way for us to get through this lung cancer journey is together, right? And as we climb up this journey, I think that the only way up is by bringing other people who are behind with us. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any questions about lung cancer advocacy. Yeah, I could yap about this all day, but I believe in you, and I really do believe that there needs to be more of us out here.